What a lovely evening. Oh, look at the corn. It's actually gone really dark. There we go. Oh, spooky season. Good evening. You join me on a walk, if you couldn't tell already. Please excuse Mount Everest sat there. I've picked my foundation off, so that's what that's all about. But I thought I'd bring you along with me on my evening walk. It is like 6:15 and I know that there is a local milk shed that sells milk. Surprise, surprise, and we are running low, so I thought I would take a little walk and have a look. I'm hoping they take card. If not, I'll just enjoy the walk. But it's just such a lovely evening. We've had such bad weather. Look at that sun. We've had such bad weather for the last few days that this is so nice. What a lovely autumnal. Can't tell if you can. What a lovely autumnal view. Oh, stunning. Which probably is time to let you guys know kind of life plans and life updates. I think I had a little time off of vlogging. Say that as if I'm a full-time vlogger. I'm not. I've posted like 3 times a month for the last year, but I took a little time off doing much on social media because we have just moved house, and I thought it would probably take a little bit of explaining because we have got definitely a different lifestyle now. It's worth letting you guys in on it because it's exciting. So basically, Cams and I, it's a long story short, some of it I'll go into, some of it I won't because private life, isn't it? Cams and I basically have moved back in with my mum. Long story short, which is super fun to say because it's a funny time. Now basically, mum has like a big renovation project going on and we've moved back home to help her out. We absolutely loved our house that we bought. It's such a cute house and it's in a location that I've not vlogged and walked for this much ever, and this is a mission. It's in a location that we never saw ourselves living for the rest of our lives anyway. We'd moved to where we were for work and we both were working close to the house at the time. Since then we both have different jobs. It's a little bit like, why are we here? It's not the best place, we don't want to be here forever. Why are we here? And mum really wanted help with the renovation. It's a very big project that she's been doing for a long time. Oh, I just can't. Look at this view. It is so pretty. Just a little sidetrack off of what I'm saying. This is why we've moved back, because look how beautiful it is. Absolutely stunning. And apart from an odd rumble of a tractor in the background, there is no other noise. Oh! And the birds. And the river. Oh, it's beautiful. So yeah, it was a project that mum couldn't really do on her own, so we've basically moved back to help her out and we've become landlords. So we're letting out our house, which is new, and not in a boasty way, but as a 24-year-old, it's quite an interesting thing to say that I'm a landlord. The move was great. I mean, we were living there, so we did viewings while we were still living there. And it was quite interesting when you did all the bits and bobs, and there's lots to being a landlord that you don't realise. So yeah, it was an interesting journey, and it was quite interesting. Anytime like someone would come in and say, oh, we're just gonna sort out some bits for the landlord or do this, and I'd look at them funny and go, no, I am the landlord. And they'd be like, huh? You? I'm like, yeah, this is my house, because they thought I was a tenant because of my age, which is understandable. But it was quite a nice moment because when you worked since you were 17 for full time and worked since you were 14 and then full time since you were 17, you know, you've worked for it, you've earned it. It's a nice moment, and yeah, we're kind of trying to navigate life as landlords, which is so far so good. So on top of that, we are kind of helping mum out, and we have kind of big plans we want to renovate one of mum's barns and live in that so that we get to stay here forever. This is kind of like where we want to live forever because it's beautiful. And yeah, it's going to be a long journey, and I'd love to vlog the process. It's going to be, I'm not going to kind of promise barn renovations and planning and designs in the next 2 years. It's going to be a very, very long process as we kind of navigate the renovation project and what we want to do and working like all of this while working full time. So yeah, it's going to be fun, but it's basically a complete lifestyle change because we've gone from living in a 3-bed new build in a town, which I've always been used to this. My whole life I've been used to countryside and not having any neighbours, or if you do have neighbours you have to walk several miles. So going from that to a small town was a bit of a culture shock, and I didn't love it. You know, my neighbours were lovely, they were great, but I just love the countryside so much, and this is where I feel at home the most. So, and especially because I work in a very busy city, it's nice to work in a big city and then come home to rest and peace. And some people hate this. Some people think, yeah, this is nice for a weekend, but I want to live in the hustle and bustle because there's not a lot going on, which is super fine. But yeah, this is my preferred lifestyle. I'm going to take you along on the whole journey because I think showing you the odd bits of renovations and countryside living, I think will just be quite fun. And for those of you that maybe live in a city and can't have this lifestyle, I hope that you get to live it through me. And I feel like there's a bit of a space in the YouTube world for people that are renovating, living in the countryside life, but aren't Lydia Millen and like don't have her budget. Because we're going to show you a whole lot of reality. It's going to be a whole lot of, we're working real life jobs full time, you know, we can only do a certain amount of the project at a time because things are expensive, things often go wrong. I mean, it's currently October, so we're moving into renovations and countryside living. Car went past, probably couldn't be the only one in the evening. We're moving into countryside living in the winter, where it's going to be dark, wet, and very exciting. So it's going to be a lot realer, I think. I'm not going to be doing Birkin unboxings or fancy clothes unboxings like Lydia Millen does, although, oh, I'd love that. It's going to be a really real channel, and I hope you enjoy that. I hope that's something you can kind of relate to or experience through me, or yeah, I hope it provides some sort of value. I recently did a vlog on when Cams and I went to Jeremy Clarkson's farm pub, and it was a massive fail because it was shut. Wasn't the best vlog I've ever done, but it was my first ever YouTube hate comment. Does that mean I've made it? Basically said my video was shite and only a mother could love it, and they said don't quit my day job. So I'm not quitting my day job, but I will still YouTube because I enjoy it, and if I get to watch it back when I'm older and I'm the only one that watches it, hi Future Vic, you did it, well done. I thought I'd bring you along on the journey and document the random bits and bobs we get up to when we live in our countryside, and things like going for a walk to get some milk because we don't live next to a convenience shop. We do, you know, we're not that far away from a town, so we can go and drive and get some food. It's like, it's not that out in the sticks, but why not take a walk after work? I've spent a whole day on the laptop, so it's nice to look through a viewfinder. It's nice to get out and actually have a look at some countryside living, so I thought I'd just update you on that. Lots of life changes, country style living. We're gonna, well, I say we're not gonna do anything extravagant. I actually have a trip planned in November to go to Bali with one of my friends. So I was gonna say no extravagant plans, we're gonna be on a budget for a long time. This was pre-booked and pre-paid for. So apart from Bali, there are no extravagant plans. I'm gonna try and do as much, look at the glow, oh, it's so magical. We're gonna do as much as we can on a budget and kind of fun things. I've got a load of bow and arrows, so I've got like archery and stuff, so we're gonna vlog doing that. We're gonna do outside things, go for walks, try and cook like homemade cooking food. We're just gonna try and do a lot of just like budget friendly things. I've been bitten on the leg. Countryside living. Oh, honestly, love it. I'd much rather walk past this than on a street. To be fair, where I lived before, I'd walk past dog poo, so I'd much rather horse poo. But yes, okay, I'm getting my steps in, so I will see you at the milk shed because I think I've done enough talking, and I hope to all the haters out there I didn't giggle too much or act too happy, or I don't care. If you don't like this video, feel free to go away. I'm just gonna vlog this for my sake, and if someone else enjoys it, welcome. Also, this totally isn't an ad, but one thing that really gets me one thing that really helps me get my steps in is this app called WeWard. You literally get paid for walking. I convert my steps so it kind of like motivates you to do more steps. it takes a long time. At the moment I think I've got like 600 coins and you need thousands and thousands for literally £5. So it's not the best payer, but if you do a lot of walking and you want to like get a little bit more motivated and earn the occasional penny, then it's a really fun app and you can collect cards. So I just kind of walk around and collect cards and earn my little rewards. So yeah, getting up my steps so that I can earn 0.03 of a penny. Oh, so pretty. I also really need to invest in some welly boots. At the moment I'm using my Timberlands, which are pretty good walking boots anyway, but for this climate when it's really wet and it's only going to get worse, I need to get some good wellies. But my problem is my feet are so wide that wellies tend to really hurt my feet, and if you get bigger ones they tend to be quite heavy and then you're really working for it. So anyone have any good recommendations on lightweight wide foot wellies? Much appreciated, because my Timberlands are not waterproof and that will be a problem in the winter. We're getting close. Fresh milk. Still a bit to go though. Here. Cute. Nice. So they actually do more than milk, which is really cool. They have sausages, bacon, bottles, which I'm going to have to get because I want to make a habit of buying milk from the local rather than the supermarkets. They have reusable lids, cheese, chutneys, and blackjack. Everything you could ever need. Right, let's figure out how to use the machine, get a bottle, and then get some milk. They also have different syrups as well for the different milkshakes. Chocolate, banana, raspberry, cappuccino, strawberry. Ooh, now that is a bit of me. Although I don't have any cash, so I won't have any syrups because you have to put 50p in the box. Oh no. There we go. Nice. Okay, let's figure out this machine. Super easy, and it was £1.20 for a big bottle, which I think is really reasonable and cheaper than the supermarkets, which is great. Just look at this view. That's so cute. Love it. And then I think, if I remember rightly, because I haven't been here before, they did have a pig. Yeah, pepper and salt. I don't know whether they're around. Pepper and salt. Oh, I see a goat though. Okay, time to walk back with my bottle of milk. And the sun, I think, has fully set now. So it's that like dusk, focusing? That dusk evening. Oh, with a beautiful sky. Look, is it gonna focus? Look at that, the colours on it. Stunning. You're probably going to get bored of me constantly saying, stunning, look at the countryside. I just love it. It gives my heart so much joy. Ah, beautiful. I think it's really important as well in winter to really appreciate the outside nature world, because it can be so easy to stay indoors, especially I've got a job, an office job that is on the computer, so it's like 8 hours a day on the laptop. It is really important to get outside and appreciate the nature as much as you can in the winter, because I find I get so depressed because it's just dark in the morning, dark in the evening. So I'm going to try, thankfully I can work from home half of the time, so try and get out as much as I can and really appreciate nature, because I've missed doing that in the last few years. It's just so easy to live day to day and not really go outside much when you live in a town, because you step out the door and you spend money even though you're in the countryside. I really want to get more homely and a lot more, you know, eat and drink a lot more local produce and home bake a lot more and just do things that are more environmentally conscious and just support local, because I've got into the habit of going to Aldi and shopping non-local and not having good quality food, and basically not felt great for the last 2 years. Hopefully this change, and then eventually we'll be able to grow our own vegetables and do things like that, so that's very exciting. Although, yeah, I mean, I grew apples and pears in our house. By the time we left, I'd only harvested 1 apple, which was the best tasting apple I think I've ever had. It tasted like mangoes. It was stunning. But anyway, we left those to the tenants, so they've got nice, fresh, homegrown apples. Yeah, definitely going to make a habit of walking up and getting milk, because that is fun and getting the steps in, and it's supporting local, which is great. We love to do it. Oh, it stopped. There's a pheasant. Can you hear that? That is a pheasant. And there are so many around at the moment. They are everywhere. I wonder if we can see one. Some people might be like, oh, you're surprised by a pheasant. I'm not surprised by a pheasant, I see them all the time. But I think it's nice to listen to them, because in a town, you don't get to hear them.